Hello, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. My name is VXROSE, and today we're going to be ranking 74 of the top superheroes of all time. We're going to start this video with a very hot take, Bucky Barnes. I'm not a fan of Captain America Winter Soldier. I just recently rewatched it. I just think he's okay. If I'm being honest, he doesn't do anything spectacular for me. Next on this list, we have literally Batman. It does not get better than Batman. Batman's number one, honestly. At the end of the day, is a night, a dark night. I've loved Batman since I was a little kid, and even my favorite director, Christopher Nolan, has done a Batman movie. So I love him in all avenues. I grew up with the animated. I went into live action when I was older, which I was kind of a kid when I was watching that. And I don't know if kids should be watching Heath Ledger as the Joker. I mean, that was a pretty gnarly performance, but still my favorite live action Joker. Batman's the kind of superhero that holds up the DCU too. It's really Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman are like the holy trinity for the DCU, but I'm gonna give it to Batman being the number one for this one reason. He has so many banger villains. The Joker, Killer Croc, Deadshot, Firefly, Catwoman, Poison Ivy, Scarecrow, Ra's al Ghul, and many more. And Bane even broke his back. Dude, they're just so iconic. Huge Batman fan. I could go on all day about why Batman's the best. And I mean, like, don't get me wrong, Superman holds up, but like, all right, Superman's got legs. Superman's got legs, you know? I guess Brainiac, but Brainiac is kind of more of like a Justice League villain. Let me know what you guys think about that. Me claiming Brainiac is a Justice League villain. All right, next, we're gonna go with Johnny Storm. I think Johnny Storm is decent. Let's look at him right there. I think Johnny Storm is decent. He has the traits to go higher in live action. I'm actually a fan of the Fantastic Four movie. I don't think it was better than Superman. I think the Superman movie actually blew me away with how good it was. And for all y'all talking all that hate about James Gunn and the Supergirl movie, just wait for Man of Tomorrow. Y'all be back. We'll see you back. But hey, I'm a DC and Marvel fan. Honestly, it's so hard to pick. I'm just gonna bandwagon whoever's doing better. Am I right? All right, but anyways, back on topic. Johnny Storm is a decent hero, but if you're talking overall, like in the comics, I mean, the Fantastic Four are like some of the strongest heroes like in the friggin' universe. So, and I will say, I also did grow up on the original live action ones of the Fantastic Four, and I really liked him. And Johnny Storm was my favorite character, who was played by Chris Evans or Captain America. And I thought Chris Evans did a great job. I could almost put him in good, but I feel like he looks good where he's at. And I'm really excited to get into the next one we're about to talk about. We're about to talk about, oh brother, this guy stinks. I do not care for his live action portrayal. I don't care for his animated portrayal, and I'm not excited at all to see him in the new movie. Like, I genuinely think if he wasn't in the new movie, I wouldn't care and maybe even be happier because the people that I want to see would be getting more screen time. Yeah, and if they do any of that weird Sue Storm and Namor junk, I'm gonna lose my marbles. Do you hear me, Marvel? I'm gonna freak out if you do anything weird with Sue and dude, Namor is not that guy. And I know I might just got clipped right there and there's about to be a freaking Namor clip of him doing like cool stuff. I don't care. Namor is not that guy. No, why so many people? I'm so confused. Why people like him. Yo, we got this Blue Beast guy. I actually forgot his name. Comment in the comments below if you want to be part of the community. Help me out, answer these questions. That's how you join the community. I actually remember him being pretty good. He's an X-Men. I do know that, but I do forget his name. But I believe returning. I think Nightcrawler is returning. But I think I'm gonna put him at okay. Ooh, Iron Fist. Yo, Iron Fist is mad underrated. I'm gonna put him at good. I think Iron Fist is mad underrated as like a character that he can go down. I don't know. Y'all that play Marvel Rivals, y'all know, yo, he got fist. You know what I'm saying? But he's more than that. He has like that like monk training vibe that Batman gives off in the League of Shadows. And I love that, bro. I did Taekwondo when I was a kid, so I always grew up fantasizing and thinking about like ninjas and like fighting. And I have a bunch of ninja stars and katanas. literally had this ninja star sitting right next to me. I'm trying to hold it in a way that you guys can see it, but yeah, crazy into like ninjas. And I think that's a big reason why I'm such a Shang-Chi fan. Oh my God, boys. The Spider-Man Brand New Day trailers got me so hyped. By the time you're seeing this, obviously the movie's going to be out. The choreography that we've seen so far is amazing, and I really hope it holds up. If it holds up, let me know. I think with that kind of director, you could make such good choreography for Iron Fist and that ninja backstory, and then you could tie that in with Spider-Man, because we've seen him in the anime show, and Shang-Chi. Oh, and then you have a character, like if it's a good casting, then you have a character that people like actually care about. Okay, let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. Reed Richards. I mean, obviously we know Reed Richards honestly is a perfect character. I think he's one of those that fit an archetype so perfectly that he defines what it is to be a superhero in like a niche way. And I know you probably had no idea what I said, but it made sense to me. But anyways, let me break it down. This is what I'm trying to say. He's a good family man, and he's putting people before him just like a superhero should. And I think his powers are really cool, and I think kind of like why like Batman, his just intelligence is what makes him super and not just his powers. Because we saw that in the new Fantastic Four movie. Fantastic Four had some problems with it, some problems specifically with him. I didn't like how stretchy he was. Not that he was too stretchy, but he wasn't stretchy enough. And that was a problem. But what I did like was how every time there was a problem, it naturally felt like it fell on him and he was like there to solve. But it felt very natural, and I'm really excited to see how that compares with like Doomsday. Thor did a lot of the talking, so I assume he's going to be the main character, right? Reed Richards is going to be your number 2 man, you know? And that fits in perfectly. Like, you got the brains and the bronze, you know? So really excited to see how Doomsday pans out. Once again, if you've seen that movie already, let us know in the comments. What did you think? Oh man, looking at Rocket Raccoon. Rocket Raccoon is God tier. Like, I think he transcended what it means to be a superhero, if you think about it. I mean, if you really think about it, I think he transcends what it means to be a superhero. His character in Marvel Rivals, gas, best healer, funnest, like you can just turn off your brain and get elims. And like you can strategically line up things like in walls to get like better heals. I love it. And then you got the movies, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Took me by surprise that we were in for another amazing Guardians of the Galaxy. But Rocket's always been a day one. I love the quips. I love the way he's always feels like he's relatable and talking to you. And, you know, he's not perfect. He doesn't like being called a raccoon. The live action portrayal of this character has just been done justice. He's like, for Marvel, for me, he's kind of like an R2D2 or C3PO. And I know that might sound crazy, but like in a weird way, he is like my little raccoon. I might be biased. Raccoons are like one of my favorite animals. Raccoons and pandas. Those are some of the best animals, dude. Anyways, we have Spider-Gwen. We've seen her in the anime. We've never seen her in live action. We were really hoping Sadie Sink was going to be that, but I think we know now. Sadie Sink is not going to be Spider-Gwen. Anyways, Spider-Gwen should be someone who's like blonde, I think, anyways. I think that'll work better. But I don't know who she could go. Spider-Gwen isn't perfect, but it's really hard for me to judge this, and I'm just going to judge it off of what I know. And this might be like wrong, but it's just off of what I know. And I loved her in the Spider-Verse movie. And I know that's a lot of like the editing is what made her like really cool because it showed her personality. The moment she was in, like the color theory was going crazy, the visuals with the drum set and the punk music and the way they were able to use her and make that style, that put me onto this character. But like actual character traits, like I don't know, I couldn't really name like too many that really was like, wow, this is my girl right here, bro. This is the one we want. More of this. I feel like it was more like the editing, color theory, design, line, style, choices, editing, tempo, pacing, like that kind of stuff that really made her shine in her own unique way. Those Spider-Verse movies are a gas. All right, now we got Hawk Guy. He's like this lover for Hawk Girl. Wherever he goes, I believe Hawk Girl has to go on the same. I think they have a cool story. They're kind of in and out of the Justice League. Like they're not there all the time. And I kind of like that. Like, I don't think everybody needs to be there all the time. And I think he knows his place for that. So So honestly, I gotta rank him on the same with Bucky. Also, this is wrong, but I gotta rank him on the same with Bucky because I don't think he's above Bucky. Honestly, Bucky could be decent. Honestly, Bucky is decent. We had to change that. Bucky is decent. Wow, come on, my tier list just look really like neat and pretty. Like, do you think I just like subconsciously wanted to look neat and pretty? Yo, now we got this guy. He just recently got a TV show. I can't remember his name. It's like Black Lightning. Is that it? Something like that. I was recommended this and I was told it was phenomenal and I need to watch it. And it was by a W Marvel fan. So he said it was one of the best things he's ever watched. You know, he was a big fan of WandaVision. I haven't seen it, so we're gonna put him in okay. If anybody gets mad, just link him this part of the video and let him know. Or I'll be in the comments. I'll let you know. I don't know. I didn't even see this one coming. Beast Boy. Oh my gosh, this one snuck up on surprise. Yo, Beast Boy. Oh, Beast Boy is almost almost perfect. He's either almost perfect or good. I feel like he's almost perfect. Like he's literally like right there. As a character, I love Beast Boy. He's just so comical, relatable, and he does shapeshifting better than most superheroes do, like with the power, the continuity of it, what he can and can't do. And I love that everything turns green. It adds his own like unique spin on it. I love that. And I love that. Next, we have Ant-Man. I feel like the Ant-Man movies didn't really age too well. Like everybody was going crazy about the Ant-Man movies when they came out because it was like the Civil War era. But after, like now, people were like, bro, get that Ant-Man junk off my screen. But no, man, Ant-Man, put some respect on his name. He's decent. I'm not gonna lie. I know y'all are hating this Bucky take, but I swear Ant-Man is better than Bucky. You're being paid to think Bucky's better by Disney. They're putting something in the water. They're putting something in here that makes you think that Bucky is better than Ant-Man. But honestly, I'm just going to put them on the same level. For me, they're about the same. Next. Man, it's been a while since we had an S tier. I think you just have somebody who, I'm obviously a great casting, a great history, but I got to put Thor. Yeah, I'll put Thor in God mode. And I'm literally only giving it to him because of the live action movies. I could give him some credit because of the comics and some of the games and just the fact that he's supposed to be like a real god. And I think that's awesome. Like Thor's character is just really cool, but he's just done it all in the movies. Cause it's like, you could say Thor, the Dark World, super angry, boring and lame. Ragnarok, crazy and colorful and funny. And then you got the first one that was like all like indie science. And then you have him being like this fat chud in Endgame because he couldn't like beat Thanos when he was in Infinity War. And Infinity War, he was crazy, throwing his Stormbreaker at Thanos. I mean, it was nuts. Literally holding back a collapsing star. It was awesome. And then now we have him as after the fat chud role, now we have him in a lead role, which is even cooler for Doomsday. And I think that's a good pick for him to lead off Doomsday. You don't have RDJ. Okay, think about this. Who you lead in Doomsday, you can't use RDJ or Captain America. The strongest Avenger, baby. I mean, think about how many times this guy says he's the strongest Avenger. He says it like at least every movie. Somebody fact check me on that. All right, next we have Blue Beetle. Yo, they're keeping Blue Beetle, like the guy that plays Miguel in Cobra Kai. They're keeping him as Blue Beetle. And that Blue Beetle movie was good. And I'm so happy DC decided to do that. James Gunn, we needed that one, dude. They just need to take the Batman and bring it into like the new universe. If they don't do that, they're cooked. They're genuinely cooked. I think he's a good character. He can just kind of create everything that you need. He's kind of a good sidekick, sometimes main hero. Like if I had to choose to fight him or Batman, I'm going to choose fighting him every single time, even though Batman like is just wearing like a cape, just because I know Batman will break every bone in my body and then make me eat it or something. And then just like make me tell him all my deepest, darkest, craziest secrets that I didn't even know I had inside of me. Anyways, I don't know why I got on a Batman rant, but Blue Beetle's a good character. He always stood out to me in everything that I saw. I really love his colorway. And I think that's one of the things that always stood out to me. And even in the games, like his skill palette is always fun to entertainment. in all categories because it's fun to watch, play. It's just like you never know what you're gonna get next with this guy. He's just ready to fight, and I like that. And also the actor's really good. I'm really excited for that. Next we have Shazam, bro. The first Shazam movie's underrated. It gets so much more hate. The second one gets the proper amount of hate, don't get me wrong. But the first one isn't really a bad movie. Everybody just treats it like it's one. And I feel like it's kind of part of like the internet bandwagon. But hey, isn't the internet like 70% bots anyway? So it's just the bots. Bro, the bots be bandwagoning, bro. We're gonna put yo, the thing is like Shazam is so much cooler, and this is like weird to say, but Shazam is so much cooler in the comic books and also the animated than he is in live action, because he like I think the first live action movie was decent, and that's really why I'm ranking him here, because that's just the thing of like when I'm thinking about Shazam, I'm thinking about that. I'm not thinking about when he was in the Mortal Kombat DC crossover and he fought Scorpion. Bro, I ain't even gotta pull up a clip of that. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, dude. I'm a real fan, baby. Hey, and if you're still watching the video, please subscribe. I'm so grateful for you watching, bro, and I want you to come back. It's always a good time like this on the channel. Next we have, bro, this is a weird picture. I took a video and I'll link it right here. I took a test where it was like 100 superheroes and I had 3 seconds to guess it off of one image, and I got 100% on it. I'm so serious. You can watch the video right here, and I'll put it at the end of this video too if you don't want to leave now, because I'm the GOAT. But I actually don't know who this is, so we're gonna put him in the worst. No, we can't do that because I'm sure there's fans out there. We'll just put him in bad because it's not the worst ever. Because I mean, it's not a big deal. Okay, this looks like Black Lightning again. I'm just gonna put him there. Oh, know who this is, but I forgot her. Yeah, what is this? Adam Warlock with the Infinity Gauntlet or something? This looks like Adam Warlock. I think Adam Warlock is a good character. I wish I would have got to see him more in the new movies, but I don't believe he is portrayed as cool as you may hope. I mean, he's cool. I mean, don't get me wrong. This guy's cool, but he's decent. I mean, he could even be okay in a live action portrayal. Like, okay, so I ranked Spider-Gwen off of what I have seen in the original movies. So I feel like it's only fair if I do the same for LeBro, because LeBro, I like him in Guardians, but he doesn't really, I love the actor too. Like, keep the actor. Actually, he might be a little young. Like, look at this picture. Watch this be somebody completely different. But the worst is when I'm like talking about somebody going off on a rant and then people in the comments are like, bro, that's the wrong person. Hey, but thank you for saying that. We'll skip that dude. I don't know who that is. And then we have Mantis, another member of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Literally was going to defeat Thanos with like the mind grab thing where she would make him fall asleep and take off the gauntlet. I mean, that's pretty powerful. To go against Thanos and be like the person, that's pretty cool. Like, I feel like she's underrated for that, and she's a good emotional support. So you guys, and she's great in Marvel Rivals. But she's either good or decent, because I only know her from the movies, but I'm only gonna rank her off the movies. Bro, she sure ain't better than Johnny Storm. Bro, Johnny Storm is in the wrong category. Yeah, for real, Johnny Storm was in the wrong category. Bro, maybe it was too harsh at the beginning. I can't tell. Batgirl, they changed her in so many different iterations, and this one looks like it's Barbara. Barbara's a good pick for Batgirl, unless it's the animated Under the Red Hood movie, because that one starts weird. She's okay. Honestly, I like Batgirl better as Oracle, so I'd rather see her as Oracle because I think the intel is so good. Yo, what is this picture of Doctor Strange? Why does he have so much aura in this picture? Like, here, let me make the same face he's making. I feel like Doctor Strange is actually a perfect character, and the representation that I've seen of him is really good. And I've heard some theories about Doomsday, and if this doesn't come in Doomsday, I'm sure it actually might come in Secret Wars, so you never know. But think about the end of No Way Home. Basically, Doctor Strange, actually think about the beginning of No Way Home. Doctor Strange is kind of playing the protagonist. He's the friction against Spider-Man, and it's like Spider-Man's got to get past this, and he locks him in that dimension, and he steals his little finger trap ring. And I think that happened because Doctor Strange is a smart dude, and he understands that 10,000 lives are greater than one life. And if he had to make the hard decision, he's going to think like a robot, like a computer, instead of thinking like a human, which, you know, is a good and a bad thing, because if you don't have your humanity, you're whack. And your chat GPT, which is not me, bro, which is not me. I'm real. The real deal, baby. All right. Now we have, yo, this is the girl from Arrow that screams. What's her name? Black Canary. Yo, great in that one, like Marvel, or no, one DC fighting game. Endgame. Sorry, that was so hard to get out. I thought she was pretty good in that. Her character's kind of okay in the show. She's kind of just like a romantic plot that's also kind of a superhero, keeps the story going. But I think she's decent. I like her powers. Next, we have the Wasp. The Wasp is okay. And then we have a god tier. Dude, before I talk about Captain America, how did I not think for a second that Thor wasn't a god? Bro, he's literally a god. Whoa! Yeah! And then we have Captain America. Captain America is, I mean, he held down the best superhero movie franchise we've ever seen in human history. Live action. Excuse me. That was uncalled for. Next we have Miss Continuity Problem. Where is she when you need her? She showed up for Endgame, which is awesome. Maybe she'll show up at the end for Doctor Doom, but I mean, shoot, man. Freaking the power scaling with her. She's too powerful. I'm gonna put her with bad because I don't like her power scale. And it's not that she's too powerful, but it's like she just didn't feel like right in the MCU. Like her story didn't fit in. And I feel like it was because she was more powerful than the heroes that we were trying to follow. No, that sounds wrong. Is that really why? I know the movie just like I just was not interested, and I thought the Skrulls were boring and honestly confusing. And like, oh, anybody could be a Skrull, and it kind of keeps you on your edge. But then you're just like, yo, does any of this matter? I mean, they could just be a Skrull, and they just write it off as that's a Skrull, and it's not even. It's just trying to do fan service. But hey, some people need to stop complaining about movies, and some people need to stop listening to people complain about movies and just make good movies. Amen to the world. Then we have Storm. Yeah, Storm in X-Men is great, but yeah, I just don't care for her. I'm gonna put her in bad, bro. Yo, this guy, he was in Deadpool. He's also X-Men. I thought he was okay, genuinely. I mean, like, if you replace Deadpool with any other character in that movie ever, that guy becomes boring. I mean, I'm talking even RDJ Iron Man, you put him in there and like Iron Man might shut him up, might do like this and that, but he's just gonna be like, oh yeah, okay, Tony Stark, okay. He's just like a soldier, you know? And I mean, that's cool, but I just feel like he's really one-dimensional, and like when you're getting stuff out of him, which is his character arc, like you're not getting much. And I just feel like he's like a replaying record. You're gonna hear the same things over and over and over and over. Once you see his gags a couple times, I feel like you've seen most of it. But on the contrary, Perfect, whoever made this, Cyborg, I believe is similar to that. Not as much of a soldier, but definitely like a machine kind of person, literally a machine. And I'm going to put Cyborg at decent. Cyborg low-key could be good, but I feel like with Batman there, it's like have some you don't even need to, Cyborg will hack into that. Bro, Batman could hack into that. Yeah, because you could do it faster. You're good security, bro. Honestly, the thing about Cyborg is like, if you're thinking about technology, like if he ages with technology, which I don't know if he does, like, and I guess he does. That would just make sense. He would just be like low-key OP, like growing OP. And then if he doesn't, I mean, he just gets super weak. I mean, like, is Cyborg even going to be useful in 20 years from now? Does he need a software update? All right. And then you got Daredevil, man. Daredevil Born Again and the Daredevil shows that have been coming out have been absolutely phenomenal. Yo, I just realized nobody's in horrible. I thought the first Daredevil show, it took a while to get into, so I never got into it. But respectively, I thought the first 2 episodes were kind of boring. And it deserves a rewatch, but I did think it was kind of boring. But I think his character is really interesting, that he's blind and he does all this off of sound. But I'm going to put him at decent. To me, he's kind of on the same level of Cyborg. Oh my god, then you got Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate has a move in the DC game where you can just spam his, and I feel like you just win every round. It's low-key super unknown, so don't go spewing it around on YouTube or something. But honestly, bro, I do not care for Dr. Fate. I honestly don't, but I know that he is like cool to play in that game. The Thing is perfect. The Thing's story of how he became the Thing is the same as the Fantastic Four, right? But his story of how he was the only one of them to go from a normal person to literally a rock monster looking thing. And it changed him. And it's something I'm so glad they're getting into with the new live action movie, because it humanizes him and makes him different than like like a different kind of animal species than us, you know? I said that in a weird way. Anyways, T'Challa, Black Panther God tier. W T'Challa. I mean, do I even need to say more? He just aura, morals. Chadwick Boseman, my college professor, did CGI for both the movies. So he's obviously a god tier. Then you got She-Hulk. Or She-Hulk's been around for a minute. I used to have this Marvel Guess Who game where you flip down the cards, and she was on there. So I've literally had her face engraved in my memory since childhood. Yo, wait a minute. I was playing Marvel Guess Who when I was a kid. I'm never going to forget these people. I literally could tell you who they are by the way you describe them. Think about that for a second. Yo, think about this. I could tell you what superhero it was based off of like 2 or 3 features about. And I didn't even have to look at a picture. So if I look at a picture, like I'm going to know it like I could look at literally almost all these and know them like instantly. And when you're a child, like that's when things like really get to stand in your head. Wow, that's some crazy marketing. You know, it made it all the way to me. I guess that's a good product. Is that liberty, justice, and the American way? I don't know, but he's basically a god. I mean, in the Injustice movie, the Justice League or the Snyder universe, man, they tried to turn him into a god. I thought it was a little weird, but I guess I get it, honestly. If Superman was real, I genuinely think people would worship him because I just think people will like believe in hope, and he stands for hope. So I believe people would just worship Superman as a god because it'd make you feel good. I mean, he does the right thing. It would make me feel like I'm doing the right thing, and maybe it is the right thing. Bro, I think I actually just believed that for a second, that it was the right thing to worship Superman as a god. Yeah, this marketing is getting crazy. Marvel, DC, yo, reach out to me. I need sponsors. I'm waiting back on the YouTube partner program right now, and we're hoping we get through. But we're gonna put Drax. He's the same with Mantis. Honestly, he's decent. He has good movies, but like it's really Star-Lord that makes the Guardians of the Galaxy movies good. It's July 23rd, and I'm getting reviewed for the YouTube partnership program right now. Very excited. I remember her on those flipboards for the Guess Who, whoever this girl is, but I genuinely do not remember her name. But Wonder Woman, though? Wonder Woman is a go. Wonder Woman's perfect. The Amazonian woman with the lasso of truth. Yeah, she holds down DC, honestly, with the big 3. She's perfect. She a god, though? Loki, I think she might be a god. Yeah, I'll put Wonder Woman as god. The thing is like, I don't have too much favorite, like, Wonder Woman material, but, like, I'm trying to judge this off of, like, basically, like, the characters. So I've been thinking about, like, different mediums of, like, what they've been doing. Like literally, Guess Who? Yo, this guy. Yo, this is such an invincible pose. Do you think Robert Kirkman drew this pose or like wrote this? I think we could put him, I don't know who this guy is, honestly. I forgot his name. Wanda, dude, Wanda's good. I need to go back and watch WandaVision. I watched the first couple episodes, got bored, dipped, watched all of Loki. Loki was banger. Don't regret it. But I need to go back and watch WandaVision because I heard like right after I left off, it gets like, and you know, she's a great actor too. And I really loved her movies. I thought Multiverse of Madness, I think the longer time goes on, it's probably not going to get liked as much unless Marvel does a lot of callbacks to it. But I think it's not going to get liked as much. But I think I'll feel the exact same way about it that I felt the first time that I saw it. It was an okay movie, but it had some good beats. All right, Gamora. Gamora is really interesting too. I like her because she's like connected to so many people like Thanos and Star-Lord. So I think that puts her at decent, but it's really the people that she connects to that honestly makes me like her more. Next, we got Ghost Rider, man. Nicolas Cage, huge fan of Nicolas Cage. Always down to watch a Nicolas Cage movie when I can. And I'm so glad he played Spider-Noir. Actually, one of the first superheroes I remember seeing, but didn't even remember it was a superhero. Like, I think Ghost Rider, I don't think a superhero, and I'm sure there's super big Ghost Rider fans out there that are gonna make an edit of me, like making a fool of myself with him being awesome. All right, and then we have Green Lantern, one of the worst movies of all time, but very excited to get the next Green Lantern movie. I think Green Lantern is good. I think he's tainted for me by that movie with Ryan Reynolds, but I do believe Green Lantern's a cool character, and his whole universe of the Green Lanterns that honestly, Green Lantern needs to be imperfect because he is, in a sense, like what Beast Boy is not, like, or maybe that feels wrong, what Blue Beetle is not. He's like he's like upgraded Blue Beetle. You know, he's not Rocket. You know, like Rocket can make anything and it's just 100% real. And shoot, man, he could have it on him already. But, you know, I guess Green Lantern, bro, maybe Green Lantern is God. Hal Jordan, Hal Jordan, there's too many Green Lanterns for him to be a god, honestly. There's only one of him and there's so many Green Lanterns and different kind of lanterns and stuff. So he's kind of just like a type of protector. And then we got, oh, this is Hawkeye, or maybe Green Arrow. No, yeah, this is Green Arrow. My bad. This is Green Arrow. Don't comment now. That CW Green Arrow show, absolutely amazing. I really am so happy I got to see that. And I think he's a good superhero. And honestly, Hawkeye too. I feel like they're very similar for me. Just one had a bigger role in a bigger movie, and the movie that he was in was better than the entirety of that TV show. But the TV show, the first like 3 seasons of Arrow is like really good. And then it ties into The Flash, and like the first couple seasons of The Flash are good. It's just a shame that it kind of like ended up falling. Yo, Hawk Girl, I already ranked her basically because Hawkman, they got to go next to each other. Also weird that you got this like animated one and then like the comic. I guess people, when I think of Hawk Girl, I do think of literally that image. Oh, CW Supergirl. I think she also had a good start, right? Yeah, I'll put her in good. She did have a good start. Yo, probably one of the most anticipated people are like wanting to see in live action. I love this outfit, man. This is gonna be so cool. This guy's perfect. I think his powers are just cool, unique, and simple. Like, I think when I was a kid, there was so many times where I was like, man, what if I could shoot lasers out of my eyes? And, you know, I think he just fills that childhood fantasy. And like the goggles are cool. Oh, I do believe this is Sue Storm. Sue Storm is also perfect. Her and her husband both also crazy good in Marvel Rivals. Like, if you have a Sue Storm on your team, bro, you can win a lot of games. Like, bro, when she was the peak, like right when the game came out, man, oh my God, when she came out, dude, her all people just back to back. She's her all. Oh, is this the Atom from another CW show? Bro, this guy was horrible. Bro, Girl Thor, she was horrible in the, she was bad. She wasn't horrible. Amanda Chavez, I'm not crazy about Miss Marvel in like anything. Oh, yo, Martian Manhunter. He does, you light him on fire, he's gone. He's like super interesting. He's good, bro. Deadpool is such an interesting character. The fact that Deadpool is like the narrator of the superhero verse is absolutely insane. The things that Deadpool can do inside continuity without like breaking. Like Deadpool, like if you wanted to make a Marvel and DC crossover, the way I would do it is I would make Deadpool do it. Or if you wanted to destroy universe, the one person that I'd be like, oh, this person survived, like continuity, feel like you have to go with Deadpool. Like Deadpool just cannot die. And then you got Miles Morales. He's a perfect character. I don't know if he can go God. Like, Miles Morales' storytelling is just so good, so relatable. But I feel like Spider-Man, for me, it's hard for me not to see Miles as a side. I feel like that's something that makes Miles so great about the Into the Spider-Verse world, is that since Peter's gone, and I guess in the first movie they use like other Peters, like a multiverse of him, but Spider-Man basically shows him the ropes without really being there. And then now that he's kind of gone, it really makes you beg the question, what is next for Miles? And it really just makes him feel strong because he's on his own. And I'm so excited for the third movie. It hasn't came out yet. It's going to be absolutely amazing. All right. To make sure my chi is strong and at its 100% potential, I use today's sponsor, Dubby. Dubby is a powdered energy drink you mix yourself. 1 scoop and 12 to 14 ounce of cold water gives you clean energy and focus without jitter and crashes. Select your favorite flavor or let Dubby select it for you, or even get this super cool mouse pad. Either way, add what you want to your cart, use discount code VXROSE and save 10% today. Link in the description. Hulk is actually perfect. I'm so excited to see him in Brand New Day. He's gonna like change superhero like history. The multiverse with Hulk is gonna be 10 times better with him freaking out every movie. You know what I'm saying? From what we've seen in Spider-Man, he truly has lost his marbles. He's just the crazy Hulk that he was since the beginning.
The future of the Hulk is going to be insane, especially if it keeps up how crazy it's been. Next, we got Aquaman. Aquaman is kind of underperformed in all media, if you ask me, but I'll put him in. He's an Avenger of the Justice, an Avenger. He is a member of the Justice League. Honestly, Aquaman is okay. I don't think Jason Momoa did a crazy job as playing Aquaman. I think there definitely could have been a better pick, but I don't know what I mean by better pick. Maybe I imagine somebody. I mean, you know what I imagine. You know I imagine the like blonde, but not like a surfer. Like Jason Momoa gives off like surfer vibes, and I think it would be good if he gave off. I think I would prefer for Aquaman to look like Fred from Scooby-Doo. Next, we got Moon Knight. I love Moon Knight and Marvel Rivals. Psych, I lied. I do not like Moon Knight and Marvel Rivals. The moon haunts you. Can't tell you how many times I've heard that and lost my mind. And the TV show, a lot of people like the TV show. I got bored, or I'll be getting bored in a lot of these TV shows. I'm a hard person to satisfy. I mean, it's got to be good. But the thing is like, it's got to be good, but good isn't always like super trope, like falling into like specific categories. It can be more like, which I mean, like that can be, but it's more like satisfying, this like stimulating dopamine in my mind. I mean, like we all know like scrolling on shorts and stuff is like bad for you, but I feel like Moon Knight is still a really good character. Jessica, bro, I've heard this TV show is really bad. We're gonna put it in horrible. Jessica something. All right, we got Nightwing. Oh, I really want a Nightwing in the DCU. A Nightwing in the DCU would change my little heart forever. I feel like it's a hard cast because, man, you got to hit that one hard. I mean, he's really close to Batman, and Batman needs to be like a very powerful figure. And I feel like the best way, bro, this is crazy, this is Batman glaze. I respect Batman a lot, and I want him to be built up with powerful people around him so that he really shines his best like that. Next, we got Iron Man. Iron Man's God tier because of what he did for the best cinematic superverse we've seen so far, which I mean is just crazy to say now with the DC cinematic universe, because it was like we got Marvel films and we got DC films, and then we got the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and then we got the DC Cinematic Universe, which I don't know which ones came which in which order. I'm not claiming anything here, but what I'm saying is Iron Man redefined the industry, and I love that. Yo, Plastic Man is just a chill dude, so I gotta put him at good. Not decent, good. He's a vibe. He always gets it done. And his power's pretty cool. And he interacts with cool people like Batman. I actually don't know who this guy is, so I'm gonna put him in horrible. He looks like the Avatar. Look, we got Rabbit. We got Robin. This is such an amazing picture of Robin. This is literally what I would think about when I would think about him. The Boy of Wonder. The Boy of Wonder is perfect. He's not a god. He is perfect. Then we got the Silver Surfer. I loved the Fantastic Four movie. I'm really excited for it to come to the second one. I don't think he's perfect though. He's a decent character. Honestly, maybe even a good character. Move my face cam again. Getting so small. Let's put me down here. Hopefully no one bad pops up. Next we have Spider-Man. Spider-Man's god tier. Spider-Man trans the bounds of what it means to be a superhero, man. He has amazing games. He has amazing movies, which have been done 3 times before. I mean, Spider-Man just hits after hits after hits. And then we have Star-Lord. I believe this is played by Chris Pratt, and this is a perfect character. Almost a god. Close, but is perfect. Flash, bro. The right story told with the Flash. Flash is god. I mean, he literally has access to the Speed universe. That's so cool. This is another version of Batgirl. Where did I already rank Batgirl? Because I think this is another Batgirl. I can't even remember where I put Batgirl. I'm just going to put her at Bat, because that version of her is like Bat. But I'm pretty sure I already ranked her. Oh, Vision's a good character. Or at least decent. I think he could be better. And the only thing that I think could be better is like the look. He should look more robotic. Looks very interesting. It's like, look at this picture, man. You got to do better. You are Disney. But the Vision character is a really good character, right? And then, oh, this is the guy that I was talking about that I saw was going to be in there. I heard this guy's really good. Oh, Wolverine. So I'm blasting through these. Nightcrawler, sorry. Wolverine has a new game coming out, and I'm very excited for it. You're going to get to play as the Wolverine, and we've even seen him in movies recently. Absolutely incredible. Deadpool Wolverine. That was an amazing crossover between 2 characters. Hugh Jackman still got it. I think someone else can play the part. I think that was almost like a final send-off, but still, I mean, if Hugh Jackman, I think he did get re-signed. If he's down, man, that's a good cast. He kills it. I'm so excited for the future of Wolverine.
Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and if you did, please like, subscribe, and watch one of these videos here.